Hello, this is Andrew, the tech Googler. As I learned to do screencast, sometimes you want to blur sensitive information like the phone number you need to input for signing up some program. If you use paid screencast software such as Camtasia, that seems to be a feature. But if you don't want to spend the money, DaVinci Resolve can help you do that. There are already several video tutorials showing the way. However, after I followed the tutorials, I could blur the sensitive information. But after that, the blur window remains. One way to make it work is to split the video so that they become separate cuts. That way, the blur window won't affect the next cut. Let me show you an example. I already have a video prepared. You can see it start with picture, then with some phone number, then at the end it's still the picture. Now let me minimize that, and I have DaVinci Resolve opened. Let's import that particular video. Change. Now let's drag to the timeline. To make it work, you need to use the color window. Then if you go to where it actually shows the phone number, the way you do it, I find it's works well is you want to add a serial node. Add the node, add serial. Then you can give it label so that it's clear what you're doing. Blur. Then you go to the window area, click on window, then we can just use a rectangle box. You can move it around, size it. One thing I find, you see those have the black circle and the red circle, they actually have different size. What I learned is the red one actually is more like a gradient, kind of have the blur fade away. So if you ever find your window doesn't really blur well, make sure those kind of like two rectangles actually are more or less the same size. Next, you want to go to the blur to move it up so that you can see now it's really blurred. Can go back and resize it a little bit. Next, you want to do this track. Basically, you can track reverse or track forward, and normally do both. This tracks back and then let it track forward. Right. Now, if we go back to the cut page, you can see the problem. Basically, even before you show the password, the blur window is there, right? I think that's the part I struggled really to figure out how to get rid of that. On the color page, when I watched, for example, like Casey Ferris video, which is great, he uses like change the um, yeah, keyframes, add keyframes, and change the like the output, right? I think that can work, but I find it's pretty difficult. At least I struggled. So what I find out is what you can do is go back to the cut window. Then you can go to where it's actually the password show up. Then you can split the window here. Then it will split to another cut. Then you go to the place where it actually it's gone. Now you do another cut. I have to go back to the color window. That's where it's helpful with the node. You can actually just right click, delete this node. That blur window is gone. This one we do need it. This one, the last one, we get rid of the node. So now if you go back and play it, yeah, I think now you won't get the blur window. That's all. Thank you for watching.